Hello everyone, I'm Farel Imran and today I'll be telling you about whether Python is the future programming language or not. So let's see, and in this video I'll be telling you about it, so watch it till the end so that you get the answer whether Python is the future programming language or not. So first, let me tell you about what is Python. Python is a popular programming language. It was created by Guido van Rossum and released in 1991. So this person here is a Dutch programmer and his name is Guido van Rossum as written here. So he made Python and he was impressed, or he got the name from the flying circus or the British troupe which was named as Monty Python. So from there he got the name as Python and he released this easy language for us developers. So what are the advantages of Python and the disadvantages of Python? So the first advantage of Python is that it is easy to learn and use. So it is easy to understand and use means that it is like if you want to learn as a beginner, it is beginner friendly because you can understand it easily, like from the YouTube videos or from the courses. You can understand it. It's so, and you can even, why it's easy to use, because of the simple English syntax. Because of that it is easy to use because it has the code in simple English. For example, there's a print statement, there's another statement in which you use the English sentences, so that's why it's easy to use. And the second thing is that it is free and open source. Of course, it is free and open source means you can download Python easily in your laptops or PCs. You can easily download it because it's open source. It is beginner friendly. As I said, it is easy to learn and use, so that's why it's beginner friendly. And high level, why it is said, because it have of the English syntax. It is high level means low level, like the computers they understand low level language such as the 0 and 1. So it is not the 0 and 1 language, it is high level because it uses simple English statements. So what are the disadvantages of Python? So the first is that it has the slow speed. Means, like, when you're running the program, so because of its slow speed, so it takes a little bit of time. And the second thing is that it is memory intensive. Means it takes up a lot of memory. So that is why it is memory intensive. And here it says weak in mobile computing. Why it is weak in mobile computing? Because for mobile applications, or so it is weak, or it does not make mobile application. It can best run on the server or the desktop side application, but not the mobile application. And the fourth thing is that simplicity, because Python is flexible and so simple and easy to use, it makes a disadvantage also. Because for example, when you shift from Python to any other language like Java, C Sharp, C++, so you find the language is hard to learn. Of course, I'm not talking about the HTML, CSS. But HTML, CSS are easy. But if you go from Python to some other language like Java, C Sharp, C++, or some other language, so you find it hard. Even the React, you find it hard. So, so from Python, when you go switch it, so that's why the disadvantage is the simplicity. So it has some of the frameworks, such as the Python frameworks. It has some of it, such as the Python package manager. It has so many frameworks, but I've listed down some here. So the Python package manager is the pip. So this pip thing, it can install other frameworks. So the other packages that you want to install, so you write pip install this thing, pip install that thing, so it installs. So it's like more like, it installs the packages. Flask, the Django, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, NumPy, Keras, PyTorch, Pandas, and Matplotlib. So Django is for web applications, scikit-learn is for machine learning, TensorFlow is also for machine learning, NumPy is for numerical. NumPy is the full form of numerical Python, which is for calculating the numerical things. Keras is also for machine learning, and PyTorch is also for machine learning. Pandas is also for calculation, and Matplotlib is for the visualization. For example, in machine learning, whatever visualization you want to do, so you can do it using Matplotlib. So for example, it shows you the figures, the graphs, and something like that. So that Matplotlib does. And where Python is used, it is used in web development, software development, data science, data analysis, machine learning, and data engineering. So what is data science in it? So data science is the study of data which extracts the meaningful insights, like from the data, it extracts the meaningful things for the business purposes. And data analysis is that, so you use some techniques and some statistical techniques in order to evaluate the data. So that is data analysis. And data engineering, what is that? For example, the data that you get is raw. So raw means like it is like in some form. Sometimes it is in the form of images, sometimes in the form of videos, sometimes in the text or something like that. So that data you will convert it into the meaningful data. So that is data engineering. So like sometimes you add some filters to it, you filter the redundant data, means if the same data is appearing, so you add some techniques so that you get the meaningful data. So that is data engineering. And machine learning, of course, from the name you can say machine learning, means you're making the machine to learn, or you're giving the data to the machine in order for it to learn just the way, so that it can imitate the humans or so. For example, if you ask the machine or tell the machine to carry an apple, or to or tell me the difference between the apple and orange, so that I can pinpoint that this is the apple, this is the orange. So before that, what we do, so the engineers, what they do, they give the data to it, means they do the training to the machine, like they do the training on the data, and then after that they give new data for it to test. So that is machine learning. And web development means websites making, means the making of the websites is web development. So Python is used in web development as a backend, means on the backend, like the what are things that going behind the scenes, that is where that Python comes or shines. And Python is also used in the software development, means the making of the software. So what you do, you create, then you develop, then you test it, and then you maintain the software, any software. So Python can be used for software development also. And the AI revolution, dun, dun, dun. Yeah, should I be overexcited or not? The AI revolution, of course, it is coming, and the jobs are going to be lost, and this and that. So the AI revolution. So what is the Python's role in AI revolution? So before that, let me tell you what is AI. So it's of course it's the simulation of the human intelligence, means the intelligence which humans have given to it, to the machine, which is artificial, not the real. So the real intelligence is the human's intelligence. And of course the computer systems and the applications are the expert systems, means expert systems are those systems that they decide whether to hit. For example, there was a game, it's an example of expert system, Akinator. You know that genie, and it tells like you about it, asks you the questions, and then you answer them. For example, whether if you want to ask about it, about any character, about any actor or actresses, like the Hollywood or Bollywood or any other things, and even the TV shows, movies, games, anime, whatever thing you want to ask, so it gives you, based on those, on its information and based on your answer, it will give you the character, and it's correct most of the time. The natural language processing is that the computer to be able to speak like humans and understand the text like humans. So that is natural language processing. Speak recognition, of course, what humans are saying, it's recognizing. And machine vision, which I say computer vision, the eyesight of the computers is the computer vision, or the machine vision, means giving the eyesight to it so that it can look, analyze it. For example, you can look and see that this is a chair, there's a PS5, there's a remote, that thing, that is the computer vision. Of course, the AI is the broad thing. Okay, now Python and AI. So whether Python is, what will happen in the AI revolution? So Python comes with pre-built libraries such as NumPy, and I told you about, Of course, Python has frameworks which are used in machine learning, such as PyBrain, and making it among the top languages for AI. So it is one of the top languages for AI, and because it's easy, and developers from all over the globe, they offer support and assistance. And even the thing, it has the greatest flexibility among other programs. It is also platform dependent, so as it's used in most AI applications. So the last question, which was the thing that whether is Python the future? Yes, Python is the future, because Python is used for AI and machine learning, which is growing, and in the coming decade, yes, Python is the future. So go start learning Python now in order to get ahead and to able to beat AI. So you can, I'll add my video at the top. You can go watch it also, this 3 hours video. And if you have any doubts, you can comment me about it. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.